Welcome to the What's in My Bag podcast. It is me, your host, Louis B. Shit, this is his gang right here. This is gang. We joined by the gang.
Rough with that nigga feathers, boy. Woo! Get that man some water.
Sorry, you speak to him, my guy.
What's up?
Oh man, K-Rob, speak to him, my guy.
What up, fellas? How you doing, ladies? I love you too, y'all. I love you just like Dr. Umar love y'all.
This nigga adding shit. Episode 205. It is good to have the both of you in here. Where is Jade, you might ask? Great question that requires some answers, and we may get them. Man, this nigga hit me up like, what is today? Saturday? Nigga hit me up like Thursday, talking about, man, you know. Because last week he was talking about this little laser back surgery and shit, talking about, you know, I'm going to be out the game, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy. Nigga hit me up talking about, man, ain't even going to lie, I may not be able to make it to the pod this weekend, man. Like, the anesthesia got me fucked up, man. I'm so loopy right now, man. And I got some shit like my throat.
Is he okay? What's going on?
Nigga said, man, my throat, man, I can't even talk, man. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. So I said, yeah, all right, man, that's cool. That's cool. I feel it. I feel you.
He finna get paid.
Hey, y'all niggas ever called off work when you was perfectly fine? Tried to take a sick day? Like, hey, man, like.
I don't even explain.
I can't go. I can't.
I just be like, I feel horrible.
Hey, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Let me explain no more. But brother, I hope you feeling better, bro. Damn, I didn't know it was that bad.
Well, nah, let me not say it.
Let's see what's
Damn, I didn't know it was that bad. He finna get paid, man.
You said what?
When I usually be lying and saying my back hurt. He finna get paid, bro. As a matter of fact, actually, somebody just backed into my car the other day. I was backing out, and this guy was backing out.
We said something about that. That was from the liquor store dude?
Right. And then the messed up
you
part
about to get paid, right?
No, I'm not, because I fucked around and did not call the police.
But
here's the thing. My barber was with me. The barber was with me. I was so frustrated at the time, I didn't hear him say he was drunk. So the barber told me after the conversation when I should have called the police.
Even if he wasn't, the fact that he's coming out of a liquor store just is perfect.
I didn't know, but again, baby, I didn't until I looked up and noticed that's what he was coming from. It didn't.
So that shit happened. You was mad. You went on about your day.
No. We called his information. We called everything. We got the information straight.
But you just didn't call the police so they could come there and issue a ticket.
Right, because I was under the impression that nothing would happen because this was public. This is private property. But I did not realize till after the whole situation that he said he was drunk. So the only missing piece was he was drunk. So I should have called the police, because then they would have did all the other stuff. Now, had he not said he was drunk, it still would have ended up being the same thing.
Damn it, Kev.
I
feel for you, man.
I took that, yeah. Luckily, my shit is not dragging or anything like that. So.
Man.
That's okay. I just missed out on some money. That's it.
Let me see what the fuck this nigga on, man.
I missed out on some money. I did.
Right?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
See what this nigga on, man.
Yo.
Hey, Negro, what's good, man? You alright?
Hell yeah, I'm straight. I'm cool.
How's your throat?
What?
Nah. In your text, you said, man, may not be able to make the pod. Anesthesia got me crazy. Something in my throat, man.
Get off that man phone with that.
Like, this man here, the anesthesia did fuck me up. It goddamn swole, like, you know that, like, y'all know what a uvula is?
Yes.
Yeah, so like that shit is pretty much swollen type shit. So like I'm just trying to wait for that shit to swell down.
That sound crazy, bro.
This whole conversation,
like what they put in there, bro. That sound crazy. Like, come on,
you had
dog.
a surgery on the back piece of your back, and that shit fucked up your throat.
They put pipe down your throat.
Oh my god! Wait till they play this back.
What's in your bag?
I would hang up if I were him. I wouldn't keep going with this shit.
And then, of course, in Jade fashion, after Thursday, talking about I may not be able to come. I already set the shit up for 3, and then this nigga want to be like on the way when it's filming time. Of course. So you know what I did? I just said,
God.
man, stay where you at. It's
is
cool. We gonna rock out without you today. I got to play my R&B and not feel guilty.
He definitely liked the movie.
You still definitely get same behind him. Same.
But I just wanted to check up on you and your throat, man. Make sure y'all were good as, you know, as a union, as a unit.
It was my back.
My throat and my back. My throat and my back. Hey, bro, I'm out of here, bro. Bye.
Oh my
Get off my phone.
Wow, wait till
Great
y'all
to
play
hear
that
he's
back,
doing
man.
well.
Yeah, I'm glad that brother feeling alright.
Yes, man. Today, I'm glad to have you back, Kev, because I really want to talk about the shit that's going on in your world, dog. Because I think it's important. Like I said, I think that there needs to be a new world order for everything. And it took, you know, an industry to step up and say, man, fuck all this shit. We just not gonna do it. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. And we're just gonna stop fucking working. Like, movies was in production. All of this stuff was going on. Like, we getting videos and pictures from, like, Wolverine and shit, Deadpool. And them niggas just said, nah, we're done. So, Kev, first of all, shit. As I like to intro each and every podcast, sorry guys, but I think it'll get into it, so I'll get into yours actually last. Sadia, what's been in your bag?
Man, my bag has been super light.
I feel you.
Super
That's good,
super
man.
light.
That's good.
Literally, you know, everybody knows I've been talking about it forever, every pod. Yeah, plan on moving. Well, you know, I had a epiphany moment yesterday. Woke up, phone been fucking up. Phone been fucking up for a minute now, to the point where sometimes people call me, I don't even get the texts, I don't get the calls, none of that. So finally my phone ends up crashing yesterday, and it was saying, you know, either try again when I was trying to restart it, or go to your factory reset and just delete everything. So of course I'm like, fuck no. Ain't fucking doing it. I got contacts, I got, you know, text messages, screenshots, photos, videos of, you know, yes they are, of all my memories, you know, in the past couple years. So I'm like, I'm not fucking getting rid of this shit. No. So I kept on trying again, kept getting the same shit. And I was finally like, you know what, bruh? I'm fighting the inevitable. I'm fighting the inevitable. Fuck it. I'm gonna reset this fucking set. I'm just gonna reset it. And when I did it, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm actually getting excited, because I'm like, bro, like, I'm sitting here holding on to these memories of these videos and pictures of these folks. I'm sitting here holding on, you know, nervous that I'm gonna lose everything. And I'm like, bro, these people are still in my life. I can make more memories. These contacts, these folks are gonna still reach out to me. I can find it. What am I holding on for? What the fuck? Like, embrace the fucking change. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of old shit, but fuck it, just do that shit. I literally start my phone over, and of course it, you know, comes up, you know, okay, Google backup. I'm like, damn, I do have my, you know, contacts in there, so cool, fuck it, I'm gonna do that shit. Everything came back.
Damn, that was
everything dope. To the point where, like, literally, I'm talking about my wallpapers back. I didn't have to, like, readjust my apps. None of that. Everything came back. And I'm literally like, bruh, I've been dragging out, deleting shit, removing shit, updating my phone, just going. I've been dragging this shit out. I've been sitting here for an hour, restarting my phone, trying to do the same shit over and over. That's not fucking working for me. Just to finally do this shit. And now my phone moves faster. My phone ain't delayed in text messages. I'm like, I was so scared to move, and this shit worked out 10 times better, and I didn't lose nothing.
So scared to reset.
They got real deep, bro.
Literally to the point where my text message that I sent early that morning were there.
Look at
I didn't
Sadia.
lose nothing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Preacher Sadia.
It's like, when I look at, I'm like, why? And I look at this situation, my phone, just literally my entire life this year, holding on to jobs that I know are not serving me. I know
Agree with
I'm
that.
fighting to try to stay with this job because I'm comfortable, and they keep showing me that this is not for you. I'm fighting the inevitable, fighting trying to keep this apartment. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, girl, you're not saving no money, so you gonna have to go to your parents and stack your money regardless.
Reset.
Fighting the inevitable.
Reset.
Holding on to friendships.
Reset
I'm
that.
seeing that the shit by how you move, and not even maybe towards me, but just your character. We ain't gonna match. Fighting the inevitable with just in everything this year, and it's like when I finally just accepted it. And every time, you know, in my situations in the past, it's always been some shit fuck up, and I don't have a choice but to accept it. And I'm like, bruh, you're having better outcomes. Why are you? I had to really look at myself like, why the fuck are you dragging this shit out, knowing that this shit gets better anyway? What? Just move. Fucking move. Stop fearing change, because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to hold on to this situation, thinking it's gonna get better, and it hasn't gotten better.
Sadia said, "You not gonna kick me out the
That
mosque.
went
You ain't
from
gonna
0
do
to
that."
60 real quick. Yeah, but that was very.
She said, "You not kicking me out the mosque.
That
No,
was
you not.
crazy.
I'm here for
fuck
life,
with it.
baby."
No, for real.
I'm
I
here for
am.
life.
That shit is in my core. But
I didn't know
it's
where
like,
that was going, but that was dope.
You know,
Damn.
so I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling motivated because it's like, bruh, shit ain't going the way I want it to, but it's working out in my favor. And if I just chill and just, when I see the shit's not working, when I look at situations where I take myself back and I try to adjust and I see that this shit is just not for me,
Be ready to
stop
reset.
fighting. Stop fighting the shit.
Be ready to reset.
Right.
Got to.
Dope.
Shit, how do you follow that? Hey, man, my bag's been cool, man. Great week. I ain't got shit for you. Cool week, man. It's just one of them weeks where you coasting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in great spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Money is back up a little bit. I can't stress like I used to stress.
That's always good.
Can't believe
Yeah.
that nigga took that shit away from me like that. But we back a little bit, man. We back. I ain't gotta push nothing back. We on time with everything. We back, Lord Jesus. We back.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say, man. To God be the glory. Kev, what's been in your bag, man?
my
Good to have you
bag,
back.
My bag has been interesting. I recently had a birthday in July, man. I got a little older, so that was the
that
thing.
nigga!
Right. And just as an individual, I've been changing, man. I've been working out more. I'm actually enjoying that. That's dope.
Let's go, man. Let's see the steps. Let's go, man. Let's see the steps.
You wanna see that?
Let's see the steps, man. Let's go.
Anyway, but no. I've been working out. I've been enjoying it. It's good. It's getting good to me.
I like it.
I've never really been big on traveling coming up. You would have asked me that I want to travel. I'd say probably to Africa or whatever. But now I'm seeing brothers, particularly black men, traveling, having
That's
a
the
good
move,
time,
man.
enjoying themselves. And I'm like, man, I want to do that. I'm focused more on traveling now. I'm looking at politics totally different, relationships different. I'm just getting older, and so that's pretty much it. Looking into, just like you said, work-wise, I was in situations that didn't benefit me. I had to step away from it. It took me a long time, and I did that. And then we got kind of another situation coming up we're going to talk about later. And then that hit as well. So it's just like trying to figure out what I got going on. But all in all, I'm pretty good, man. But that's in my bag. That's what I've been going through.
Shit, you saying later. I want to talk about that now. That's pretty much it. Like that's the meat of today, because I really want to get the inside from somebody that's inside. I'm going to start this. Do I want to start it or end it this way? I think I'll start it this way. I saw you repost something that somebody said. Let me give them credit. On their Instagram, it is named Atlanta Actors Collective.
Oh, yeah, it's a page.
And that, I ain't gonna cap. When I thought about it, I was like, wow, this post kind of hits a little different for where we are, and it makes a lot of things make sense now. So it says, pray for us, new generation of actors who started their career within the last 5 to 10 years. Our persistent passion and grind has been tested through all elements in starting their journey in unorthodox times. From trying to get agents in oversaturated markets, to the world getting shut down by COVID-19, to not being able to book roles if you're unvaccinated, to being vaccinated and finally booking that role and still catching COVID right before the film day. play and losing the role, going through a writer's strike and actor's strike at the same time while all trying to pay your bills and convincing your family that chasing your dream is the right decision. Man, I have not even thought about it. If we're looking 10 years back, 2013, the industry for everything was different. Streaming had not yet been a popular thing that was introduced. That didn't come around to maybe 2015-ish, 16-ish, and then things changed everywhere. Once Apple Music came out here and gave you niggas every song at your disposal for $10 or less, changed the game. Changed the entire game. So with y'all writer and actor strike, first of all, Kev, like as an actor, what is the vibe right now? Is it like a sad vibe in the industry? Is it like a happy vibe? Like what is everybody feeling?
It depends. I think it's three different levels. It's one level where you are a celebrity, you could be a multi-millionaire, and you have someone like The Rock, that to a certain extent doesn't affect. I mean, of course they want to work. Of course, there's more money to be made. He's regular like everybody else, but it doesn't. He can kind of sit back and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got that mid-tier of people who have to work and they have bills and things like that. And then you have another level which I would be on, and it's like I'm trying to get into a position to where I'm making this money, and then that stops. So I still have my day jobs and I have all these other jobs. So I'm not like oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like, okay, I have other jobs, so I can go back and work this, and then when that pops up, and I'm just pretty much, and the people that I'm around, they're pretty much just sharpening their skills, finding other ways of income, until when it happens, then we're all back at it at once. But I think the problem is, like you said, streaming came in and became extremely popular. When streaming came in, everybody was like, well, particularly Netflix. When Netflix came in, so everybody like, oh man, I ain't never going to the movies. I'm not using cable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then these companies said, why the fuck will we use our material on Netflix, and they're making all the money? So now all these companies like Paramount and Warner Brothers, they say, give us our shit back, and if you want to watch our shit, you have to have our own streaming companies. And now the people are like, well, damn, I mean, we should have just kept cable, but that's long gone now. So there's no more of that now either.
I feel like the only niggas still with cable.
Right. I mean, we have cable. So no, people have cable. Now we talk about house phones. That's different. House phones is different. People have cable, but and see, when it gets into the actors, like basic actors, when you say Hollywood, you say acting, you say movies and TV shows, it's interesting because you automatically think Will Smith, The Rock, and Halle Berry, all these famous people, but there's a lot of people that work regular jobs, and they work jobs just like regular people. It's just they chose to do this particular thing. Usually back in the day, I don't want to bore y'all, usually back in the day when they had network television, the way these people would get residuals or would get money, you get your upfront pay, whatever you negotiated, but then you would get residuals, which is money in the mail based on whatever advertising this particular movie or TV show had played, right? But once you get into streaming, there's no advertisement in these shows mostly, right? So you don't get residuals from that. But people are like, well, these people are making a whole bunch of money, these CEOs and everybody, they're making a hell of money.
It's got to
so
go somewhere.
You got to figure out, if you can put niggas on the moon and you can do all this other extra shit, you can figure out a way to figure out how many people are watching these things, and how you can distribute the wealth evenly, or at least make it a livable wage. Everybody knows that they're not going to be multi-millionaires, but at least make it to be. There's motherfuckers just writing seasons of TV shows for Disney, making a whole bunch of money, and they're still like doing Uber and Lyft. Why are you doing that? I mean, popular shows, and I know bullshit that people aren't watching.
Yeah.
And it was at one point, even you could have shows on like streaming networks that people weren't watching, and you would still get paid. There's to the point now where they're like, if there's no reason for us to even hold this shit. Let's say it's a show on Netflix that you two like, but no one else really watches it, and you're watching it. If you don't see it anymore, it's because they said take that shit off, because we're paying people, and no one's really watching this as a whole. So that's why you see a lot of these things disappear. Yeah.
I think the craziest part about this to me is everybody need to follow suit. I think it's crazy that like a fucking stream for a song is like 0.00000000562 of 1 cent. And niggas is just like, yeah, man, gotta get billions. You know how hard it is to get billions of streams? I just think it's a whole system, like you said, that needs to be reworked, that needs to actually have some thought put into it for real, so that everybody can get paid. One of the most interesting things to me about this situation is just how the industry has changed. I remember coming up as a kid, and all of your favorite shows would be, let's go with sitcoms or just your straight 30-minute TV shows that hit. They would have one season of 30-minute shows would be at least like 20-something episodes. If y'all notice today, niggas will have the same 30-minute show, 10 episodes, and we out. Maybe 8, and we out. It's a whole different ball game, and of course, the money is not divvied up the same way, especially with times changing. You can't really live off that. So one of the interesting things to me is knowing that, like, the writers and stuff on shows like this, where the contracts used to be written as, okay, you work on this show, say it's Different World, you gonna get at least like 20 plus, damn near 25 episodes in a season. So of course you're writing that show damn near the entire year, and that's what your contract is. You cool, you can't really work on no other projects, cool, but this project is literally going the entire year. Now with these shows being fucking 10 episodes in one season, and the contract still states, hey man, you can't go work on no other shows, you can't go write no other shows, you got to do this one. And to do 10 episodes, it takes a fucking week or 2 or maybe a month.
I'll go deeper than that. So I'm not a writer. I'm not a professional writer, so I don't write for TV shows. So what I'm getting ready to give you is my understanding of it. What they are particularly fighting for is because when you get a writing job, another aspect of it is you get a writing job, you get a show, and what they're saying is, say, hey, okay, cool, so we're just going to take 3 of you because we don't really want to hire enough people to actually write a decent show. So we'll just take 3 of you, and you got like a week or so, and go ahead and write pretty much the whole fucking first series, first season of the show, and then show us what we get, and then from there we're going to figure out if we're actually going to greenlight the show. You can't expect 3 writers to do that, and then from what I understand, half the time they're not even paying these people to write that. We won't pay you, from what and I could be wrong, so if you see this and you say no, that's wrong, then we're not even going to pay you to do that until we actually greenlight it. So these people are like, no, it doesn't work like that. And then you can't, like you said, you cannot restrict us from other routes of payment if this is what you're going to do. You want us to stay here and you're not paying us. But one thing I thought was interesting what you said was the shows went from sometimes 25 episodes to 10 episodes.
Which
that's
I
another
hate.
Yeah, that's another thing of when Netflix came in and companies understood, like, oh, we can just drop all of this here. But see, that backfired for them is that there was really no buzz after that weekend, after you niggas watched it all that weekend. Yeah. So you watched it all that weekend, and no one was talking about it no more. And so now they said, well, we're not going to do that, and we're going to drop it every week like regular television. And then people were like, well, I got to go to work, so I don't like that anymore. So it's all about like, okay, damn, we fucked up. Because we gave them, and then they got used to this, and then so now it's like figuring out. That's why you notice some shows are now bi-weekly as it was before, because they need that. They need that you talking about it throughout the week, not just Saturday and Sunday. But yeah. That's the big thing with the Writers Guild, and they're just writers. They get paid less. If it's been without them, you don't get to act. You don't get the stuff in front of you. Know what I mean? And these people aren't getting paid. But
you hear that, songwriters?
Right.
Are you listening?
Everybody should be doing it.
You niggas ain't getting paid either.
When you can have access to something too quick, you're not going to value it the same. It's going to depreciate, and that's indirectly what's going on, I feel like, with these streaming, apps and Hulu and, all of these. We have access to it so fast that you can't get checks later down the road. We don't, like you said, we burnt it out. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
we're not.
I remember like when this sounds like a caveman time period. When a movie would come out in theaters, you would have to wait about 8 months, about a solid 8. Like if it came out in January, that VHS or DVD not
Yeah.
coming out to
Right.
damn near Christmas. It's like a
Right.
Christmas present.
about a year. If
Like,
a Christmas movie came out in
fam.
November, you wouldn't see that advertised again to the following year.
Now a
it's 3
movie
to
can
4
come
movies,
out and the shit be out on
3
digital
months.
in about 3 weeks, my
3
nigga.
weeks, and the
Yeah.
actual physical copy in 3 months.
I be like, man, shit, they got the bootleg HD stream already.
Yeah.
And there's another.
That shit
there's
came out
another
3
thing
weeks
right
ago.
There. It hasn't popped up yet, but there seems to be another route that's happening. Is that there's another way
Sorry.
that these people would get paid through physical copies, the sale of DVDs. If you was able to talk back in, pretty soon. I mean, there was just a situation where Disney is not producing any more physical copies in Australia. And they're not doing that because they don't like Australia. They're doing that because pretty soon it's going to all
Yeah.
that DVD. I mean,
Everything's
people might
digital.
say people don't buy it now, but people do. But pretty soon that'll be a thing that's out of the way. So if you had those type of deals, then those deals are out the window as well. But I think one of the other big issues, right, that where I feel like that people are grasping onto, whether you are an extra, whether you're a supporting actor or a lead actor, there's been some talks within the studios of, let's say you're an extra, a background extra,
Oh, yeah.
that they can currently scan your likeness, right? Which would be cool if they were going to continue to pay you for the rest of your life. But now they're saying we're going to only pay you. Let's say when you're a background extra, you get.
Thank you for your scan. We just paid you for the scan.
Yeah, let's say you get $180 a day. Let's say I'm just gonna give you $100 a day. People are missing way more money than that. But
Yeah.
a lot of people make their money that way, and that's how I know people do that. I come one day, get me $180, and then you can use my likeness for the rest of my life. I could be dead and gone, and I could be in Fast and the Furious 32, but I'm dead and gone.
I've heard that in the past 2 days, I've heard that they did that in WandaVision already.
Right. I mean, and then again,
Which I love the damn show.
Which
Now
is
I need to
fine.
go back and look and see.
Right. Which is, to me, again, there's nothing wrong
You
with
niggas
that
is
if you
slick.
plan on paying people.
Right.
If you plan on paying people, but you're not paying these people for this stuff.
Exactly.
You gotta
That's the
let them know
problem.
this is where we're going to use this and do this. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I was
Especially-
somebody like Will Smith and I made a deal with a Warner Brothers or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, you can use my likeness, but my people have to get paid every day, and my children's children
Right.
have to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go. Still kind of iffy because then you still got to be careful what they do it with. I would have stipulations.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
They have
But I mean, I feel like that would be, like you said, situations where you get a COVID test or you get the vaccination, but you show up and you have COVID. So now I can't get paid.
Right, I've
know
had
what
a
I'm saying?
situation when the last episode of not situation, but when I booked the role on the BMF, that was a big thing because that was popping off, and so I was so nervous. The most nervous thing I was nervous about was actually I had to take the COVID test, and then had to wait 2 or 3 days for that to come back. So I was like, oh, I get this role, and then I got COVID. Then I didn't feel bad, but then my whole thing was like, oh my God, I might have COVID, and then
Yeah.
I can't do the job, and they can just say, well, no. And then now I lost the job because I got fucking COVID or whatever the fuck. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, the whole
industry, y'all have
likeness.
gone through a lot.
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot.
But it's really not new, man. The whole likeness situation, because you just mentioned something, the likeness situation. This was something that Robin Williams was fighting for a long time ago. Remember back in the day, right after I don't remember it because I was young, but after research recently, not too long ago, when he did the movie Aladdin, long time ago, in his contract, yeah, when he did the contract with Disney, first of all, he said, "Listen, I don't want y'all to use my name." If you go back and look at it, really his name is not tied to any of the marketing. I looked at the posters; his name is not on any of the posters. He said, "I don't want you to use my name. I don't want you to use my voice on any toys. I don't want you anything McDonald's, anything related." I said, "Okay, cool." There was a certain amount that you can actually put the character of the genie on the posters in the advertisement, right? And they worked that around. It was like, okay, it can only be on 25% of the poster. Fine. But then they still made it to where, even if it was the 25%, they still made it to where he was the main character, and he didn't like that. So much so that he was like, fuck Disney for a long time, right? Still used, when you look at a lot of the toys, they were still using the toys and all these other things. So he was like, fuck Disney. So people were fighting for this type of stuff a long time ago.
Interesting.
He just so happened that he wanted to be about the story. He didn't want it to be about him. After that, every animated movie had, and which we enjoy, every animated movie was sold by an actor. So you have Eddie Murphy, Shrek, Will Smith, Shark Tale, so on and so forth. Before that, if you go back and look at any advertisement from Aladdin, there's not one mention of Robin Williams, and that's what he wanted because he didn't want that. Plus, I think he had a movie he was producing around that time that was released. It didn't do so good, hot. So yeah. But yeah.
What is the current state of the industry?
Well, I would say it has been, I think, about damn near 100 days now since the writers went on strike.
Damn, really?
I could be wrong, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Probably, I would say
it's been a minute.
Accurate. Yeah,
I'm not good at numbers, so don't nobody hold me to numbers right now. But I'm gonna give you the bare minimum. So it's been a while. The actors been on strike for a while. We really won't get the effect of what's going on until a few months down the line. Everything that's already in the can, we'll see. But once it gets to like maybe a year or two, if it's not in the can, we're going to start seeing it. Everything's pushed back now at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had a decent audition. And I'm gonna be honest. I got to the point where I was like, man, I don't really want to audition for anything where I'm not getting paid for. You know, but then
I don't want to do no shit with the homies.
No. I do shit with the homies, but other niggas is not paying. I'm not gonna do. But then now, you know, you kind of got to figure out, like, you love to do this, you like to do it, you have to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out other ways to actually have to do it without the other people. You know what I mean? But also, it's like, I got gas, I got rent, I got bills, so
I gotta work.
Y'all gotta hurry up and wrap this shit up. All these people are saying if the shit not popping, we not looking for no extra money. But if the shit popping, we looking for extra money, man. That's and from what I understand, the writers are saying if the actors don't get a decent pay that they agree with, we're gonna stay on strike, which is smart because you can write all you want. If the actors are not paying, if the actors are not getting paid, who's gonna act this shit out?
Well, damn. So I guess that shit, because I thought that they had some kind of hearing yesterday.
But from what I understand, that was at work. But they did.
And I guess it didn't go well.
I think that the studios are still saying even if the shows are successful, we can discuss how much money you can get and we can bring it up. But even if the show is successful, what we agree to is what it's going to be. And so from what I understand, they like, okay, fuck you. Whatever, we're gonna keep it going.
I thought we was gonna get somewhere yesterday.
I thought we was gonna get somewhere. Going to happen. It's not going to be because they are losing money. These people are losing money, and they're going to have to. Something's going to have to change. But yeah,
dog, entertainment needs to be valued.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say it may look down on the doctors, the lawyers, the teachers, the whatevers. Entertainment should be valued at number one. I'm sorry to say, but this world does not operate without entertainment.
Here's what I say. Here's what I want to say.
This world will crash and burn without music, without something for somebody to be informed with. Like, entertainment is not just loving hip hop. I'm talking about entertainment at its core.
No.
Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say to your statement.
I mean, I'm standing on that. Music is like, we're nothing.
As also an individual in the entertainment industry,
music is not saving lives.
What I would urge, and I disagree with that.
I would disagree with that.
I would disagree with both statements.
Yes,
music can save people from.
When I say music, yes, it may motivate you to do a certain thing, but literally, if I am sick, if I need to be healed, I might
listen to the gospel song.
Not mentally, I mean physically. I may physically need this. I can listen to something all day long, but if I'm in surgery, if I'm coming, I'm delivering whatever. If I'm delivering a baby, if I'm in surgery, if I have whatever, thing regarding my health for me to physically live, to continue to breathe, music will not help me.
Okay. So music
will help my reality of my mental. So no, it doesn't. Not saying it's bullshit, but it cannot physically save me. So this
is actually. I'm gonna meet you guys up in the middle, right? I'm gonna meet both of you guys in the middle. Here's the thing, I think because not only are they striking right now, the writers and the actors, UPS, which we should also highlight, they're striking as well.
Them niggas just want AC in the damn truck.
That's fine. And so here's the beautiful thing.
Let me close the door.
Here's the beautiful thing about that, right? The UPS workers and these actors and writers also went and they were also striking in the same location together. So here's the thing. What I've noticed in life is, if it doesn't affect you, this is human nature. If it doesn't affect you directly, from what you understand, then people don't care. But like I said earlier today, when we think of entertainment, when we think of music and movies, we only think of the top tier individuals, not realizing that a lot of actors, performers, musicians, and all these people,
It's a whole ecosystem.
yeah. These people are making minimum wage or whatever it is, right? But see, here's the thing. Me personally, I don't like to go on the internet too much and say, hey, y'all do this. For instance, right? When Monique had the whole thing about protesting Netflix and all these things like that, by large, what do we see on the internet? Bitch, we don't care. The all up, because why? Because they saw her as a successful individual that they could not relate to.
Right.
But what a lot of people don't understand is not everybody's making Monique money. And here's another aspect of the entertainment industry that a lot of people don't understand. They bring money into wherever city they're filming, and it goes past. You got hair and makeup.
That's a
you
fact.
have restaurants, independent restaurants. They pay certain people. If they're shooting you in your area, they may have to pay you. Brings in more. Like, let's say you own a restaurant. Motherfuckers are coming from that restaurant now, coming eating at your restaurant.
Right.
So it breaks down.
Tell
to
me about it.
Different areas now. It's just not the actors and the performers. But again, I understand
Just
what
want to
people
come
don't.
film a game show over here, nigga.
Right. That's why I
Your
agree
ass.
with both of you guys. I agree with you because I know what entertainment does for me, and I agree with you as well. So I had to meet you guys down the middle and say, hey, it's important, but it's important to the individuals that it's important to. So I'm not. This is what I'm saying. If once we understand that it's not all about the big guys and the people, the famous people that we see, and some of these people are working individuals.
It's about the glam squad that damn touched you up before you got on the camera.
Right.
It's about them
Once you see it.
PAs.
Right. I definitely think they need to, because I mean, you gotta remember, I went to school for video production, so I understand, what all actually goes, how much money is spent when you're creating content, period. So it's like, y'all are fucking them over. And a lot of people, just regular black actors, not the Will Smiths, not the, just the mediums, y'all was fucking them over with the money that's been brought in. That when you look at certain movies and certain productions,
The royalty check trend that's going
when
on
you
now.
see how you spent $1 billion on this movie, like you spent $1 million, $3 million just to make it. Shit like that. Like, and I'm
that
not
could
saying,
be an argument too, because there's
but-
some movies that should be spent a certain amount of money.
No, I'm
and
not.
then
I'm not knocking as
Right,
far
right,
as the amount of money you spent to make it, because I understand what goes in it. I'm knocking the fact that
Who got the most of
right,
it?
who got the most of it? Because even though yes, how the background work definitely helped, but the way this person just acted. The way this person just cried, the way this person just did this scene.
If that lighting
they
went
are the
on
people that
point,
just sold this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I
So-
agree. Will Smith deserves $20 million
what I'm
because
saying?
that's what he
Like-
brings in. But also, and then if you have background workers that agree to do 180 for a day, you agree to do 180 for the
Yeah.
day. But the issue is, you can't say we're going to keep your likeness. No one, fuck that. Or you can't say, you have to figure out a way to. If I'm not going to be able to work for you as a writer, only you for a writer, you have to give me a decent pay. And also, I want certain things. When I hear you speak so passionately, I think about other things. But what I will say, I want to be careful about what I say. A lot of times we like to make it about white people or about certain companies. But what I will tell you, there will be black people as well that will not. And I think that's the biggest issue. Let's just make it a black thing. When black people that own certain companies or whatever it is, when you start investing into your talent, then you can start making these
Right.
these moves that these big individual people see. These people do. A lot of black companies don't want to invest into the talent or invest in individuals that they want to invest in, but not people
or
that's-
the good technology.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Doobie
See,
movies.
that's the thing. And we're making it to something else now. We're always
about we
talking
pay
about
for the
black
acting
people.
class?
Black people. Why you don't do with black people? Why you don't do with
But
black
I'm
people?
saying in general, I use black people because that black people are always gonna be.
Oh, I'm
number
kind of
one.
now. I'm going off
They
with
gonna-
a
they gonna
personal experience of
always
mine.
try to
at
cut
this
the
point.
corners.
That's
Yeah.
gonna always be my forefront.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking just the the medium of people that I know, like you said, you know, I've seen you in movies growing up as a child, but I've also seen you do speeches, or I've seen, you know, you doing videos where you just being straight up like, look, I'm hurting. And there's no way that you should be in that position. You know what I'm saying? I can look at you and say, I remember seeing you in this movie, that movie, this movie, this movie. Why are you crying on TV, on camera about your loss? And I know it's people who created that, who actually are head honchos. They living good.
Yeah, and I'm only relating this to my own personal experience or something. People around me. When I said the black companies as well, we're gonna make it a company issue because, like I've said, I've been entangled with a company as well, or companies as well.
And they just as trifling.
Where it can be, you definitely can be.
Yeah, I'm talking to them too.
You can be, but I feel like I'm just gonna say this for black companies or black individuals. If you're starting a company or you're doing something, I'm not saying I'm a company owner, but what I can tell you, one statement or a saying that I hate, a saying that I hate is the more you do. What is it? The saying says the more you do, the more you get paid, or some bullshit ass saying. You know what I'm talking about? It said the more you